So, throughout NFL history, there have been honestly too many tragedies to count, and with that being said, for better or for worse, some tragedies have stuck out more than others. Obviously, the most popular disasters being Aaron Hernandez and O.J. Simpson, but with the popularity of those cases, that tends to put other serious and bone-chilling situations under the radar. And to my knowledge, the depressing story of Jovan Belcher is arguably the saddest story in sports history that was swept under the rug by the NFL, probably for the better. So I will do my best to be as respectful as possible as I explain the tragedy of Jovan Belcher. So, to explain this situation, we have to start from the beginning, and as a kid, a young Jovan Belcher stood out among the pack where he attended Babylon High School and was a star football player as well as a wrestler. Belcher then moved on to Maine University, where he entered college with a whopping frame of 6'2" and 228 pounds of lean muscle as a freshman. Except he wasn't blessed with inhuman talent like most other prospects that ended up in the league, but he still put up damn good stats and racked up 58 tackles in just his first season in college. But it could be argued that his coaches decided to sacrifice his potential draft stock for the better of the team, because in his junior year, Belcher was switched from his comfortable position of a linebacker to defensive end, where he also dominated, leading the team with 10 sacks. But even with all of these statistics to his name, teams saw that he went to a smaller college, so he didn't get much attention from scouts. This led Belcher to go completely undrafted in 2009, but luckily for him, the Kansas City Chiefs ended up offering him a non-guaranteed rookie contract, which meant he had to prove himself to join the team. And after going through training camp, Jovan Belcher was officially a Kansas City Chief and made his first and only NFL roster. And immediately, Belcher's presence was felt even as a rookie, as he amassed 46 tackles and a pass defense for an awful 4-12 Chiefs team. So far, his career was off to a pretty great start, as it's extremely rare for a rookie to come in and have such a great impact at linebacker, especially for an undrafted player. So now, Belcher was looking to rebound off of his previous success, which I believe he did, as in the 2010 and 2011 seasons, Belcher had amassed well over 100 tackles and forced a fumble and a sack as a linebacker. And now we enter the 2012 NFL season, where Jovan Belcher played 10 out of the team's 11 games, where he logged 33 tackles and another pass defense. Now, everything seemed to be going fine for Belcher, but not for the Chiefs, who were downright awful that year. But this is where it gets dark, so please just bear with me. Now, it's not completely black and white on exactly what went wrong and what actually happened. But on the morning of December 1st, 2012, police reported that Jovan Belcher, who was later confirmed to have been suffering from some form of CTE and brain trauma, ended up shooting his girlfriend 10 times and left behind his baby daughter. And now, unfortunately, this tragedy continues on, as after committing the previous unspeakable act, Belcher decided to immediately get in his car and drive straight to Arrowhead Stadium, the home of the Chiefs. Once he arrived at the stadium, Belcher made a personal request to immediately meet with general manager Scott Pioli and head coach Romeo Crennel. Now, unfortunately, things continued to get extremely grim, as it was reported that Belcher had said to these men that, "I have hurt my girl and I can't go back," as well as thanking the two of them for everything they have done and to take care of his baby. Then, it happens. Jovan Belcher ended up taking his own life with a firearm in front of the two people who gave him a chance when no one else would. This situation also occurred the night before the downright bad Kansas City Chiefs would play against the Carolina Panthers, and going into the game, the Chiefs thought about not suiting up for obvious reasons, that being to show respect to their fallen teammate. But the Chiefs decided to go on and play the game anyways, and even though the Chiefs had a lowly 1 win at the time, they rallied for Jovan Belcher and won the game 27-21, being one of 2 wins that entire season. And after that game, teammates who were close to Belcher obviously felt the weight of this tragic situation, with Thomas Jones, a running back on the Chiefs, saying, "Jovan was my friend. I loved him, and I wish I could have helped him work through the demons. But what he did was a horrible, horrible act. There's no getting around that." And I think Belcher's fellow linebacker Brandon Seiler said it best when he said, "We didn't know the guy who made those last few decisions." Now, the main tragedy of Jovan Belcher, as well as other players who found themselves in disastrous situations similar to this one, would be the common factor of the CTE brain trauma disease. Way too many athletes have fallen victim and will too in the future, which is absolutely devastating. So rest in peace to Jovan Belcher, his girlfriend, and everyone else who has fallen from CTE. So with that being said, I hope you got some entertainment value out of this tragic story, and like and comment if you want to, because it really helps out the channel. You can even subscribe if you feel like you might want to come back and watch more videos, and watch one of these videos on the channel right here. They're a lot less dark, and they're pretty good, trust me. Anyways, until next time.